Hey brethren! Today I'm going to show you how to make Big Mac casserole. I've never made this before. Brother Derek really likes Big Macs and he was talking about it and I thought, man, that sounds really good. So first I need mayonnaise to make the, because I'm going to make everything homemade. So to make the Thousand Island dressing I need mayonnaise, and right now I'm out of mayonnaise so I have to make some. So right here's my mayonnaise. On the bottom I put 2 raw eggs down here on the bottom. I squirt in some Dijon mustard or regular mustard if you want regular mustard, and then about a teaspoon of Himalayan salts in there, and then let's see what else. Oh, some a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and then some lemon juice, about either half to a whole lemon full of juice in there. And then the rest of this is just olive oil. You have to use a neutral oil. Don't use extra virgin olive oil. Your mayonnaise will taste like garbage. I've tried it, I've done it, it's bad. This is regular olive oil. You can also use avocado oil or some neutral oil that doesn't have a flavor. You can use coconut oil, but you got to get the one that's like refined, that doesn't have the coconut flavor. So, all right, that's what's in there. There's about a cup of oil in there. So if you don't have one of these mixers right here, you should get one. They're really handy. And so this is how you make mayonnaise. Just push this down at the bottom. I'm going to stir it up. I'm going to leave it down at the bottom for the longest time. Off because it's still a little oily on top, so I'm just gonna get that top stirred up real well. We've got mayonnaise, my friends. It's a little liquider than what I like, but it's not too bad. Tastes really good, better than store-bought. Now I'm going to take about what I have here and use it for my Thousand Island dressing. Usually, I mean, this can sit in your fridge for like 5 to 7 days. I think if you use avocado oil, it's a lot better and it stays longer. But I just have the regular old cheap olive oil. I can't afford avocado oil, so this will stay in my fridge for about 5 to 7 days just to use it for mayonnaise if I want. But this amount right here I'm going to use for our Thousand Island dressing, and I'll be right back to make that. Alright brethren, I took my mayonnaise, put it in a little bowl. Now we're going to make our Thousand Island dressing. I'm going to take a good scoop of sweet relish. Actually, I'm going to put probably 2 in there. Take some of this ketchup right here. It's sugar-free ketchup. I think I told you the wrong brand, Brother John, when you asked me about it. I think I told you Tibbs, and that's like another brand. But this is G. Hughes. He makes barbecue and ketchup sugar-free. I'm going to put a nice dash of that in there. Good amount. Probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Take some onion powder. You want about 2 to 3 teaspoons of onion powder in there. Dash of salt. Dash of pepper. Dash of apple cider vinegar. Or you can use white vinegar, it doesn't matter. You just want a little bit of that, you don't want too much of that. Then I'm going to just going to whisk that up Oh, I forgot my sweetener. Stevia, Purex organic stevia powder. Makes it just a little bit sweeter. I'm just going to take a pinch of that out of here, because that stevia goes a long, long way. There we go. Give it a good mix. Let me let you see it here. I think you can see that. It's got a pretty good consistency. Oh wow. Yeah. That's definitely Thousand Island dressing. Whew. I'm not a huge fan of Thousand Islands, but I do like it on Big Macs. I just wish that Big Macs were not made from garbage food. It's got a nice little zest to it. Feels like it's missing something here. It might need a little bit more ketchup, so I'm going to put a little bit more ketchup in it, and then we'll start our meat, and I'll shred up some cheese, and I'll walk you through all that next. All right, brethren. So what I did is I took about 2.5 pounds of meat, something like that. I browned it up. And in the meat, I put 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and then a tablespoon and maybe a tablespoon and a half of onion powder and garlic powder each, and mix that in with the meat with a good amount of salt, probably a good tablespoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt. And I got to tell you, it already smells like a Big Mac. Like, I can smell Big Mac already. I mean, it smells like just like a Big Mac. I can't really say anything different. So now what I'm going to do is I chose 2 different kinds of cheeses that I think is really going to make this dish a lot better than what, you know, some other people make it. I've never made this before, so I'm not going to really know. But here's some extra sharp cheddar, and then this right here is smoked Gouda. And I think this is really going to be what makes it really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a little bit of each in here, and then I'm going to mix it in with it. But I'm not going to use it all right at the moment, all inside the meat. I'm going to try to space it out to where there's still some like that on top. And I'm going to mix that in. Forgive me, I'm trying to do this with like 2 hands, and because my wife's feeding the baby, so I can't have her help me. So I'm just trying to do it. Just 2 hands here. Oh my gosh, it smells just like a Big Mac already, dude. There's no Thousand Island or anything on it. It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to mix that in well, and now I'm going to throw on my onions and my pickles. Give me just 1 second. Alright, brethren, so now I put my pickle and my onion in there, and now I'm going to put my my Thousand Island dressing that I made. I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so I poured my Thousand Island dressing in there. Now I'm just going to stir that in best I can with all the cheese and the onion and the pickle, and try to get it evenly distributed amongst it. And once I have this stirred, I'm going to put another layer. The rest of the cheese that I have is going to go on top of it. And then I'm going to bake it for on 350 for about 25 or 30 minutes. We'll see how much I need to do it for. But I'm going to get this all stirred up, and then I'll layer it with the cheese and show you what it looks like. Alright, so now I put all my Thousand Island dressing in there, mixed it up real good, flattened it out, and then I put the remainder of the cheese on top. And now I have to take this up to the park office because that's where there's an oven. I don't have an oven in my camper, unfortunately, so I have to take it up there and bake it and bring it back to my camper to eat it. But praise God. I'll show you what it looks like in the end. All right, brethren. I just came back up from the office, about 30 minutes or so. Let's see what she looks like. Oh my! Ooh, greasy, greasy. Oh. Wow. Alright, let's plate this bad boy and see what happens. And there you have it. Shredded up some lettuce for the bottom. Now we got Big Mac. It smells just like McDonald's, dude. That's what's really blowing my mind. When I went to pick it up, I was like, man, that smells just like a Big Mac. But we'll see how it tastes. Thank you, Father, for this wonderful food. Be nourishing in my body. I ask that you bless it. Thank you for my wonderful brethren and my family. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.